Solve the systems of equations. Write your solution as an ordered pair. So just like we did the last two examples, whenever we see our x's, y's, and constants lined up, we want to go ahead and use elimination. So again, x's, y's, constants, we're going to go ahead and eliminate. Now again, the goal of elimination is to get opposites. In the first example, we already had opposites, so we just added them together. In the next question, this is question number 7, we didn't have opposites, so we had to multiply one of the equations by -1 to make opposites. This last type, and this is question 8, is sometimes you have to go ahead and multiply one equation by a different number other than -1. So for example, right here, I have a 1 and a 6, and I have a 2 and a 4. And so I always tell kids, well, to figure out how to create opposites, which numbers would you rather deal with, 1 and 6 or 2 and 4? Most kids are going to say 2 and 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and write the number 2 and 4 on the side, and then I'm going to count by multiples of the smaller number. And notice the next multiple of 2 would be 4, and when I have 4 and 4, those are the same. Now notice we already have a 4y in the bottom one, so we would like to have the opposite to a positive 4y in the top, which would be a negative 4y. Okay, so we're settling on 4 and 4 is going to be a common number. Since we have 4y in the bottom, let's just rewrite that one. That bottom equation is fine as is. So negative 6x plus 4y equals negative 46. Now this negative 2y would be the opposite of 4y, would be negative 4y. So our goal is we want to take this whole equation and we want to multiply it by some number to turn it into a negative 4y, because that's the opposite of positive 4y. So what would you multiply a negative 2 by? Well, you'd multiply it by just a positive 2. So I'm going to distribute 2 to x to give me 2x. And while we know this already, when I distribute 2 to negative 2y, that's going to give me negative 4y. And then finally, we'll distribute 2 to 9 to give us 18. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add these two equations together because we have opposites right here. This negative 4y and this positive 4y, they're going to cancel each other out. And so let's see, I've got negative 2 minus 6x, that's going to give us negative 4x. And then I have 18 minus 46, which is negative 28. And then I'll get rid of this negative 4 in front of the x by dividing by negative 4 on each side. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1. 1 multiplied by x will simplify to just x. And a negative 28 divided by a negative 4 is a positive 7. Okay, now that we've solved for x, we found out x is 7. I can substitute 7 back in for x either in this top equation or the bottom equation. Although I think the top one looks a little bit easier, so I'm just going to kind of sneak this right here. So where this x is, I'm going to put in 7. I'm just going to take a moment to rewrite that over here though. So parentheses, 7 minus 2y is equal to 9, and that's just going to really be 7 minus 2y. Although substituting with parentheses is a really great way to keep your work organized. Next, isolate the y term. I will subtract 7 on each side of the equation. These are opposites, they'll cancel. So now we have negative 2y is equal to, let's see, that's positive 2, and then I'll divide by a negative 2 on each side. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. 1 times y simplifies to y, and then a positive 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. So there you go. So I would have 7 comma negative 1, and that's the solution for the last question. So again, hopefully you found this helpful. Remember, when you're doing these questions for homework, you can do as many questions as you want to prepare for the test tomorrow. So hopefully you found this explanation of the pretest helpful and should prepare you for the test that you'll take tomorrow. Thanks for viewing.